view the notes, number one. Number two, I tried to convert it into PDF and share with you, but I do not know. I have been trying for past 30 minutes. I'm not able to do. I don't know what's the reason. It is giving the snapshot or the print of the current page. Okay. Um, so I mean, I don't know what's the problem. So in this scenario, I advise you all strongly that keep writing when we are discussing. See, I am not teaching with the help of slides so that I am very fast. You say that I am very fast. I am using OneNote, going in a conventional Blackboard mode, so pace is very slow. I hope there should not be any difficulty in noting down the points. Second point is over. Now the third point is that I have been practicing whatever we discuss in the class. I put those points, the summary points in the classroom. Okay, I post those. So again, there should not be any reason why you are not able to sync, right? So I hope you understand. So you take precautions or take necessary action as you feel appropriate, right? Any suggestions, any questions, students, on this? Okay. So today we will continue our discussion on the topic of within module 2. In that last class we said that we'll be discussing about the desirable properties of any distributed system. So there are 8 desirable properties. Okay, 8 desirable properties. So one is the access transparency. What it says is that the local and remote information objects are accessed using identical operations. I mean, the user uh, will not feel that he is accessing a local resource or a remote resource, and the resource can be a hardware resource, it can be an information resource, it can be a software tool, right? So access transparency is the one of the key properties of a distributed system. And second one is location transparency, that the information objects are accessed without knowledge of their location. Okay, so second one is location transparency. Location transparency, that is accessed without knowledge of their location. Okay, accessed resources without their knowledge of location. Now you may ask that how is this possible? Because when you are accessing a computer, remote computer, you provide its IP address or name or the network where it was. So you provide the absolute location, okay, or absolute information about the resource that you are using. But we say here the location transparency mean that the access resources without their knowledge of location. Then how does this happen? Well, this happens at the back end through the robust naming system, right? So I advise you to explore the naming system. The naming system enables this. Okay. For example, when you are typing google.com, You do not know where google.com web server is hosted. You don't give anything. So it at the back end, the name gets resolved. Google.com gets resolved, and then it traverses through the naming architecture, through the naming structure, and it goes to the what your request goes to the point where the server or the service on a particular server is hosted. So you as a user, you do not know where it is available. You just give the name of the service. At the back end, the service mapping mechanism does rest of the work, right? So that's the kind of location transparency. Suppose you are looking for, you are searching for some information on the internet. You do not know where the information is available, but at the back end, the search process does the work for you and it fetches the required information. So that is what we mean by accessing resources without the knowledge of location, right? And web is a classic example of a distributed system. Then the third property is that concurrency transparency. Concurrency transparency, which says that several processes run concurrently using shared information objects without interference among them, right? So I mean to say that these concurrently running processes using shared information objects, but still there is no interference among each other, right? So one process does not know that the other is going concurrently. So that is concurrency transparency. You can say that processes running concurrently, processes running concurrently and using shared information objects shared information objects do so without interference among them. Processes running concurrently and using do or you can say proceed, right? Proceed. Proceed without interference among them, which again means to say that, to simplify that, behind the scheduling, the deadlock handling mechanism, the synchronization, and everything is done in a transparent manner from the user. Are you getting? The synchronization, the deadlock handling, the scheduling, everything is done by the background processes in a user transparent manner. So that is what we mean by concurrency transparency. I mean, to enable the processes execute concurrently, the background services do all the stuff. So that's what we mean by concurrency transparency. And fourth is replication transparency. So the very purpose of replication is to reduce access latency. Replication and caching are the two mechanisms which are aimed at reducing access latency. Remember this. I have been telling this again, that replication and caching are the mechanisms used to reduce latency, access latency specifically. Okay, so but why that? What is the difference? So to reduce the access latency, at times the user initiates the process of storing an information object local to it so that access can be done locally. And at other time, to reduce the number of requests for information objects coming to the server decides to replicate certain information objects close to the point of its consumption. What is it, students? The difference between replication and caching? The difference between replication and caching is that in caching, it is the consumer who decides which information object need to be brought to its close so that access latency is minimum. On the other hand, replication means that the servers initiate this process servers initiate the process for preventing the number of requests for information objects arriving at it from its users. So it chooses the replication strategy, chooses certain strategic locations, okay, certain strategic locations wherein a copy of the information object can be maintained so that the users operating in that region will have quick access to the information object from its replicated point, right? So replication transparency means that multiple instances of information objects, maintaining multiple instances of information objects without affecting the operation performed. One minute. Hello. Good morning, sir. I am taking a class. Okay, we'll talk after that. Right. So replication transparency says that multiple instances of information objects increase multiple instances of information objects are maintained without the knowledge of users, without the knowledge of users or applications, right? Applications. Fine, students, any questions? This is very important. Replication and caching. Any questions, students?
No, sir.
Okay. Please ask, don't hesitate, or you can send me through chat. Okay. And then the fifth property is that the failure transparency. Failure transparency, which means the concealment of faults. The users or applications should not know that there is a failure. So the backend mechanism has to take care of the failure. One example I can give you, failure transparency is that checkpointing. You must have studied checkpointing. Why do we do checkpointing? Checkpointing is to is a measure to save the process state. Okay. So why do we what we mean by saving process state? Saving process state means we are saving the contents of the registers, so that if we begin the process at a later on, restart the process, the halted process at a later point, then uh, all the computations that has happened so far as a result of current registers contents can be used to proceed further, right? If we don't do so, then what will happen? All the previous computations done are lost. So the process need to be restarted again. So if a process crashes due to some kind of failure, we don't lose everything, because we have checkpointed the process state. That is why we do checkpointing from time to time, so that in case of any failure or any discrepancy, we can roll back to that checkpoint. Last safe or consistent checkpoint location. Okay, correct? So the mechanism responsible for doing this automatically is known as failure transparency. So the user or application do not know about what mechanisms are implemented and how is being done, right? User gets the recovery of the failed process from its past checkpointed point in the event of a failure without any explicit intervention. Clear? So that's what is your failure transparency. I forgot to take an example of replication transparency, that that you may be downloading songs from different points, or you may be downloading files from it. So there are mirror sites. So what does this mirror sites mean? These mirror sites are nothing but the replicas maintained by the original server in order to what you say, um, break the entire region into smaller user regions, so that requests for accessing the file originated from a certain region is served by that particular mirror site, right? Served by that particular mirror site. So the result is that all the requests originating from all the sites do not have to go to the main server where the original copy of the information object is stored, right? Rather, it is confined to the region to which the replication or the mirror site serves, right? Students, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. So failure transparency is the concealment of faults. The concealment of faults. And the sixth desirable property is that the performance transparency. So performance transparency is you can say the system can be configured based on the load and quality of service requirements. So this reconfiguration can be done without the knowledge of the user and applications. User just gives the service requirement. Like suppose when you say that I want to go from Delhi to Goa, get me the flight details, the available flights. So what you do, you go to makemytrip.com or goibb.com or agoda.com or irctc.com or any such e-commerce traveling platform, and you put your all particulars, source, destination, date of travel, and all other requirements, all the filters you set. Okay, when you click on go or fetch the details, I mean, you do not know at the background. So you may have set the filter as the lowest cost flight, or you can say that the one-stop flight or non-stop flight. So these are the specifications the user places. So according to the user supplied or application supplied specifications, the backend workflow management system, okay, orchestrates that how these filters can be applied and which particular web service need to be invoked in a transparent manner, because we say that these are the quality of service requirements of user, and every user may have his or her own quality of service requirement. So the backend workflow system, okay, backend system must be able to reconfigure to the specific user's requirement, and this reconfiguration is done in a user or application transparent manner, and this is known as the performance transparency. Again, I say, to meet users or applications performance requirement, whatever is done at the backend automatically through reconfiguration is completely transparent to the user, right? So performance transparency says that the system can be reconfigured based on load and quality of service requirements. So I told you about the example of a quality of service requirement. Can anybody say that what you mean by load requirements? How performance transparency is linked to load? We can say that if you are going, yes, please. Yes, in a user transparent manner, if load balancing is done, it will. So one example can be your IRCTC. IRCTC has or IRCTC or indianrail.gov.in has multiple servers, 6 to 7 servers. So these servers, I mean, while booking a ticket, the number of the rate of arrival of requests from users for ticket booking, for checking the ticket availability, for checking the PNR status, for checking the cancellation status, for checking the booking status, for checking the transaction status, and so many things. Okay, so in that case, the number of requests arriving at this railway server is too large, and this number varies from peak hours, that is at 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, to this heavily loaded at these times, to very lightly loaded during midnights, right? During midnights. So during this heavily loaded period, how these user requests are moved from one server to other server to meet the quality of service requirements of user, right? And this is done in a user transparent manner. You do not know when you logged in, it may have requested to one server, and when you started booking, it may have gone to the another server, right? Because the number of requests are more, and no user wants more than an acceptable delay, or no user wants frequent transaction failures. So these are all quality of service requirements provided by the users. How to ensure these quality of service requirements? Okay, so at the back end, these query or request management systems are available, which keep on working. I mean, it's a very complicated thing. If you would like to know about it, you can see how distributed transaction take place, how consistency among replicas takes place. All these information, all this knowledge you need to have, right? So this is what is known as doing things in a transparent manner, right, with respect to performance. And seventh one is the migration transparency. Migration transparency. So it is that the information objects in the system are moved without affecting the operations performed on them. In case of failure, if there is a need to migrate, so those information objects should be moved from one point, from a faulting system to a healthy system uh, without affecting the operation performed on those information objects. Okay, so information objects in the system are moved the system applications and the applications can scale without a change in the system structure.
So screen is not
Sir,
visible.
board is not visible.
Without a change in the system structure
So
and
the screen
without
is not
affecting the applications. Okay. Something went wrong.
Yes, sir, board is not visible.
Is that fine?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So 8th point, right? You could not hear.
So seventh के बाद सुने वो moved वाला.
Sir, at 7, yes.
Okay, 7. So migration transparency is that when a fault takes place in the process, the state information are stored, and the entire package, the process with stored registered information will be moved to a new point of execution. Okay, so this is done in a transparent manner. All right. So last one is the scaling transparency. That as you said, that the classic example is the cloud computing, the elastic cloud. We say that as we require more resources, the infrastructure scales up, and when we don't need, it scales down, right? It scales down. So scaling up and down should be able to should be happening without a change in the system structure and without affecting the applications. Right? So these are the eight desirable properties of a distributed system. Very important, and the entire subject of distributed computing revolves around these 8 points. Any questions, students?
No, sir.
You can refer to distributed operating systems book for these 8 properties in the book Distributed Operating Systems by P.K. Sinha. By P.K. Sinha. That's a very good book. You can refer to that book. And it's an asset. It's an asset. If you wish, you can buy. It costs about 450 or 500 rupees a max. And it's an asset. It's a lifetime treasure. All right, students.
Yes, sir.
So, any questions? You are free to ask. Your web is a classic example of a distributed system. You can ask any application. You can discuss any application here and see. You can ask also that how a particular application that you take up an example. If I know that how it follows one or more of these desirable properties. कोई भी एप्लीकेशन पूछ सकते हो. अगर मुझे आता है तो मैं बताऊंगा, नहीं तो मुझे थोड़ा बैकग्राउंड दो उस एप्लीकेशन का कि क्या होता क्या एप्लीकेशन. बहुत सारे एप्लीकेशन है जो हम जानते नहीं है, तो अगर थोड़ा बताओगे उस एप्लीकेशन के बारे में तो देखना कि इनमें से एक या एक से अधिक प्रॉपर्टीज उसके अंदर होगी ही होगी अगर वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड एप्लीकेशन है तो. और कैसे हो रहा है, क्यों ऐसे हुआ है, क्या उसका अल्टरनेटिव्स है, ये सारा चीज भी हम उसमें देख सकते हैं. सो दैट विल बी ए केस स्टडी ओरिएंटेड understanding of one or more of these properties. Rather that will make you more interesting. जैसे आप बोलते हो कि सारा बाइक तो चलता है, ठीक है, हीरो होंडा भी चलता है, एक्टिवा भी चलता है, बुलेट भी चलता है, लेकिन हर एक का चलने का तरीके में कुछ ना कुछ अलग है. ब्रेकिंग सिस्टम सभी में है, लेकिन कौन कौन सा ब्रेक यूज कर रहा है, कौन किस सिलेंडर यूज कर रहा है, फ्यूल यूज कर रहा है, तो इस तरह उसी तरह एक केस स्टडी बेस्ड अगर तुम करोगे तो एक इंटरेस्ट क्रिएट होगा तुम लोगों में. ठीक है, तो मैं हमेशा इस चीज को एम्फसाइज करता हूं कि आप कोई भी चीज है उसको शुरू से लेकर अंत तक, मतलब कि फंडामेंटल लेवल से लेकर हाईएस्ट लेवल ऑफ माने यूजर लेवल तक उस चीज को आना चाहिए आपको. और आप लोग जो भी कंप्यूटिंग सिस्टम में, कंप्यूटर साइंस में, नेटवर्क में जो भी पढ़े हैं उन सबका नॉलेज उस प्रोडक्ट के लिए, उस एग्जाम्पल के लिए आपको लगाना चाहिए टू हैव अ बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. तभी जाके आप एक होलसम इंजीनियर बन सकते हो. ठीक है, आप बताओ, एक सवाल मैं पूछ रहा हूं जस्ट आउटसाइड दिस. आप सब लोग साइबर कैफे गए होंगे। आजकल खैर साइबर कैफे जाने का जरूरत कम हो गया है, क्योंकि हमारे पास सभी के पास एक स्मार्टफोन है, डिवाइसेस है, लैपटॉप्स है, तो किसी ना किसी तरह हम इंटरनेट से जुड़ के हम काम कर लेते हैं। ठीक है, तो लेकिन जब कभी भी आप गए होगे, एक चीज आप याद करो कि अगर आपको कनेक्टिविटी में कभी दिक्कत आया होगा साइबर कैफे में रहते हुए, और आपने साइबर कैफे वाले को पूछा कि भाई मेरा सिस्टम में ठीक से इंटरनेट नहीं आ रहा है, तो बोलता है कि सर मेरे पास तो बहुत बड़ा कैपेसिटी का एक लीज लाइन है, तो मेरे सिस्टम पे तो सर बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है। वो बोल सकता है व्हाट कुड बी द रीजन, टेल मी व्हाट कुड बी द रीजन। हार्डवेयर लेवल में अगर हम कंप्यूटर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आर्किटेक्चर पॉइंट पे जाके इस चीज को सोचे तो क्या हम एट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं?
So the bottleneck is the local LAN connections. उसकी
It
कैपेसिटी
is the network interface card. It can be network. Usually साइबर कैफेस में क्या होता है कि थ्रो अवे मशीन्स को रख देते हैं क्लाइंट साइड पे कस्टमर के लिए, तो मशीन बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा होगा लेकिन उसका जो नेटवर्क इंटरफेस कार्ड पुअर होगा। तो व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ नेटवर्क इंटरफेस कार्ड? यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड। नेटवर्क इंटरफेस कार्ड इज समथिंग लाइक आवर नोज, आई, नोज एंड माउथ। 50 रोटी खाने का 50 पूरी खाने का क्षमता है मेरे पास, लेकिन मेरा मुंह सिला हुआ है, तो मैं खा पाऊंगा क्या? नहीं खा पाऊंगा। ठीक है, तो उसी तरह आप नेटवर्क इंटरफेस कार्ड को देखिए, तो इसके लिए जिन जिन बच्चों को सिस्टम सेंट्रिक इंटरेस्ट है, सिस्टम सेंट्रिक पढ़ने का इंटरेस्ट है, जानने का इंटरेस्ट है, तो वो लोग एक किताब रख सकते हैं अपना, कि एक मिनट बताता हूँ। उसको कहते हैं कि कंप्यूटर नेटवर्क्स सिस्टम्स अप्रोच, कंप्यूटर नेटवर्क्स सिस्टम्स अप्रोच। मैं यहाँ पे लिखूंगा, ठीक है, ये इस सब्जेक्ट का रिलेट, जस्ट अ मिनट, ये इस सब्जेक्ट का रिलेटेड, डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड नहीं है, लेकिन जिन लोग जो लोग पढ़ना चाहते हैं तो मैं उनके लिए ये किताब प्रेस्क्राइब करूंगा। कंप्यूटर नेटवर्क्स systems approach by Larry L. Patterson, Peterson, and Bruce S. डेवी। ठीक है, ये एक बहुत ही अच्छा किताब है जिसमें कि कंप्यूटर नेटवर्क को एक कंप्यूटर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पर्सपेक्टिव से देखा गया है, कंप्यूटर आर्किटेक्चर के पर्सपेक्टिव से देखा गया है कि किस तरह नेटवर्क डिपेंडेंट, कंप्यूटर नेटवर्क किस तरह डिपेंडेंट है सिस्टम आर्किटेक्चर्स के ऊपर। ये किताब देख सकते हैं। ठीक है, ठीक है स्टूडेंट्स, अगर आपके पास कोई सवाल ना हो तो हम यहाँ पे विराम ले। ठीक है, थैंक यू।
सर एक्चुअली अभी हमें इसका स्लाइड का नोट्स अभी भी नहीं मिला है, लाइक दैट थ्रू दैट आईडी लाइक वी कांट एक्सेस। सो आप किसी एक इंडिविजुअल आईडी पे शेयर कर दीजिए, लाइक उससे हम एक्सपोर्ट कर देंगे अपने क्लास ग्रुप के अंदर।
कैसे करूंगा? देखो मेरे पास जो है, आप लोग देख पा रहे हो, स्क्रीन तो देख पा रहे हो, देखो मैं आपके सामने ही कर रहा हूँ। ठीक है
सर, आप सीआर के पर्सनल पे कर दीजिए तो वो सबको फिर सेंड कर देगा।
अच्छा, सीआर की आईडी पे कर दीजिए।
ठीक है, तो शेयर पे देखो, आप मुझे बताओ, आप तो देख पा रहे हो ना क्या मैं कर रहा हूँ?
सर
बताओ, यहाँ पे कैन व्यू कर दे रहा हूँ। हाँ, अब बताओ क्या टाइप करूँ?
सीआर अपनी आईडी दे दो।
क्या?
बीसीएस उसमें टाइप कर दे रहा हूँ चैट।
हाँ, बीसीएस ठीक है, चार्ट में टाइप कर दो.
सो बिकॉज लाइक जो इस ट्रिपल आई टीम की डोमेन की आईडी थी उससे हम लोग वन नोट पे अकाउंट क्रिएट नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए प्राइवेट जीमेल अकाउंट से अपना अकाउंट एक्सेस कर लेंगे, देन समवन यहाँ से वो एक्सेस एक्सपोर्ट करके ग्रुप पे शेयर कर
अच्छा.
देगा.
ठीक है, ठीक है, मैं ये कर रहा हूं, ये कॉपी किया. ठीक है, 700 सस्ता व 007@gmail.com.
यस सर.
ठीक है, मैं कर रहा हूं अभी. एक्चुअली क्या है ना कि नोट से तुम लोगों को बहुत ज्यादा फायदा नहीं मिलेगा. तुम लोग जब तक अपने से नहीं लिखोगे सुनते सुनते, तब तक कोई ज्यादा फायदा नहीं होगा. फिर भी मैं कर रहा हूं, वट एवर वे यू कैन, आई हैव डन. Umanga, are you able to access?
No, sir.
Why? I have shared with you. Umanga Kumawat@hotmail.com. I have shared with you.
I didn't get it the last time you had sent. I didn't get it.
आप नहीं कर पा रहे हो? अच्छा, शिवांश देख के बताओ मुझे. Are you able to
Sir.
see?
Sir, another way is like you can just export it as a PDF and upload it.
Yeah, I did.
Classroom.
That also I did. You see. That also I'm showing you. Print. Okay. Shashank, I think I'm talking to Shashank.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Shashank, you see, can you see this? So when I'm doing this, I'm able to see just one page. 15:1.
Sir,
Okay.
select pages. Sir, if you select all the pages here.
Yes, I'm doing. Which one you want to choose? Current section, current notebook.
Current section.
Current section.
So it will be 83 pages.
It's not happening. I tried. Many a time I tried. Print. Because the file size, I don't know why it is taking number of pages is 83, whereas we have had only 10 or 12 pages. So it is taking 83 pages and it is saying that the number of the file size is more than 100 MB. So it is not able to take. See, like this, it is just going printing and in the infinite mode.
Oh.
Yeah, these are technical difficulties I am facing, although I tried to share things.
So like I used to like print and send. That's why I suggested this.
No, it did not work. It did not work.
Okay, okay. Sir.
Anyway, you can I'll just check. Wait. I got stopped. Anyway, Shivans, are you there? Shivans,
Yes sir.
are you able to see the OneNote?
I haven't received any like mail.
Are you able to see the OneNote? I have shared with you.
Yes sir, I got this copy.
Sorry?
I have received a copy of it, or like of the notes.
Shashank, you can give your ID as well so that I can share.
Yes, sir. Shashank.
Just a minute. Just a minute. This is how it gets stopped. Yes, 1 minute. Share. Yes, SH. Can you send me in chat?
Yes, sir. I'm just typing it.
Yeah. Okay. Just check and let me know. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I have shared. and if you happen to see it, and you can share among your friends the way you want. Okay, but make sure that settings as that only can view, not edit. Okay, Shashank?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And Shivans, when you are sharing with your friends, please
Yes,
make
sir.
sure that it is not editable. Okay, otherwise, I
Okay,
mean,
sir.
information dissemination will be will be of no use. Correct? Yeah. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Thank you. Then we'll exit.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, somebody was saying something.